I'm not going to lie, it would be really cool to relive the same day, but only if you choose it. And the thing is, I know that's not how these movies work, but what if there was a map to get you through it? Today we are going to be talking about the Map of Tiny Perfect Things, which is now streaming on Amazon Prime. This is a way better film than Bliss, I will say, as far as Amazon movies go for 2021 so far. Now we have our characters Mark and Margaret, and so of course with a film premise such as this one, that it is going to force them to become closer connected no matter what. But right away, it's not even on a personal level. It's more just on this otherworldly force that is forcing them to be connected closer together. So it's not their choice, but they decide to make it work. And it works, though, because they both don't know what to do once they meet. They both know what they want to do or not want to do outside of their friendship. But Margaret, she wants to basically look at the smaller things of life, and she kind of notices the things that Mark doesn't, because Mark is always moving very, very quickly, and he is always looking at what other people are doing or trying to help out with their everyday lives, but more so interfering. It does seem minuscule that these characters meet. The film doesn't make a big deal out of it, which I appreciated a lot about this film. Now, and it plays really well together also. They do relive the very same day, which is not interesting whatsoever. Now, I will say, sadly, the day they are reliving themselves is not that interesting, but it's what they do during this time period that makes the day not as forgetful, and it brings Margaret and Mark closer together. More so with the way that they bond with the day that they are currently reliving. With this film, you never forget that the time loop exists, and so while they are continuously searching for the tiny little things, that's what actually makes this movie work so well, is the tiny perfect things that they are searching for. And while that may be a repetitive statement, it is very much true. The other people around them are also living their everyday, which could be a loop in and out of itself, but for them, their time continues. It's just with Mark and Margaret, their time stops, so it seems repetitive to the other people as well as Mark and Margaret. Now we do get to see both sides of them going to search for these tiny perfect things and them not going to see the tiny perfect things. And that to me is both sides of this conversation are the strongest points of the film. There aren't really any weak moments in the film. Even though it is the same day that is being repeated, we still learn new things about them. So it's not like we are just getting the same information every single same day. It's the same day but new information. And at the end of the day, even though the film reminds you that there is always a time loop going on, you do kind of forget because you start to focus more on the romance that is being developed between Kathryn Newton's character and Kyle Allen's character, who, by the way, give both very strong performances and do make the material here work. I guess my only kind of complaint to the film is I wish it wasn't about the romance, and I wish it was more about just figuring out why it is they are stuck in this time loop. But either way, both storylines would get repetitive, so it was inevitable that both had to merge together. And I think you get both balanced really, really well. The Map of Tiny Perfect Things is another addition to the genre of being stuck in the same day, but it is unique in a way that it actually sets up a day rather than just having you go through the day motionless, not knowing what's going on. We very much do, and then it just further develops from there, and our characters lean into it rather than get confused or afraid of what it is that's going on. They both have their own day going on within the day that is the same day as well, which I really did love, and you do eventually get to see both of their sides to it. And at the end of the day, you do find out who the story is really about. So I'm now going to be giving my rating for the film on Letterboxd. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5, and then for my score out of 100%, I'm going to be giving it a 50%, which I know the two don't add up if you put them together, but what can I say? It's a pretty divisive film for me. I did enjoy it a lot, and I also kind of just couldn't care about it at the same time, so I think A lot of people will be on both sides to this film, and the reviews definitely do show that people are conflicted with how they feel, even if they do like it or don't like it, and that's exactly the same way that I am with this one here. All in all, guys, I do think you should go check it out. It is at least a fun watch, but until then, I will see you guys in the next video.